Denny Hamlin has found himself in hot water over the past 24 hours. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're not aware of the Twitter sphere, which I honestly don't blame you, because Twitter is mostly a negative echo chamber with toxic people that, attack each other for no apparent reason other than having differing opinions. I honestly don't blame you guys if you abstain from this clown show, although hopefully Elon Musk makes it a more brighter and civil place going forward. So anyways, if you guys don't know about Denny Hamlin on that site, he is a strong personality, and this is something I admire about Denny Hamlin. There are things in the past where I have been critical of Denny Hamlin. For example, ruining Alex Bowman's victory celebration last fall at Martinsville. However, in the Twitter sphere, this is something I admire about Denny Hamlin. He is not afraid to say his opinion. He is not afraid to go against the NASCAR norm. And that is something this series needs more of. We need more drivers, more crew chiefs, more people within the industry to talk, to say things that go against the NASCAR norm. So in being the strong Twitter personality and Twitter character he is, he decided to comment on Kyle Larson and the latest issues that the defending champ has gotten himself into. As if you don't know what that is, it is the fact that Kyle Larson completely blocks drivers when they are clearly on his right side. He just cuts in front of them. And that happened twice. At Auto Club this year with Chase Elliott, he was there. His spotter told him plenty of times that he was there, yet Kyle Larson cut right, put Chase Elliott into the wall, ended his chance of winning the race. Meanwhile, last Sunday, he did that same thing to Kurt Busch. He got a good push. He was clearly on the outside. It was by 2 or 3 seconds he was there, yet Kyle Larson still went to the right, put him into the wall. And I know a lot of Kyle Larson fans are going to say, well, that's not how Kyle Larson races. Well, I hate to say it, he's done it twice. That is something that needs to be called out. Now, the way Denny Hamlin did it was not in a serious tone, but in the form of a meme. To respond to this, he posted a meme from Family Guy, and if you guys have not seen it, here it is.
What signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
And believe it or not, this was one of the rare things that NASCAR Twitter united around. A lot of people thought it was funny. I would say at least 90 to 95% of people did not find it offensive. Although considering the climate of Twitter, you do have those snowflakes out there who found it offensive. Now, they found this offensive because of the fact that the gal in this clip was Asian, and Kyle Larson is a NASCAR driver of Asian descent. And because of that, Denny Hamlin, in fact, decided to bend the knee and apologize. And honestly, this is something he did not need to do. Almost everyone understood that this was talking about the situation with Kyle Larson on the racetrack and not about his ethnicity. So with that out of the way, NASCAR, they could have just kept their hands tied behind their backs. They could have just understood the situation. It was resolved. Or they could pander and cave in to the 5 snowflakes who were offended. And guess what they decided to do? They decided to drop the hammer and pander to those people that get so triggered over a meme. Denny Hamlin will have to take sensitivity training by the end of the week. And I know in the past NASCAR's made a lot of dumb, stupid decisions, but perhaps this right here is one of the worst. And I'll tell you why. As number one, this is NASCAR enforcing kind of this new code in society that we can get offended at jokes, that they need to be politically correct. This is a phenomenon in society that has been going on for a couple years, but perhaps it was intensified even more with the incident at the Oscars, as Chris Rock told a G.I. Jane joke about Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, was it controversial? Yes, but what you gotta understand was that it was a joke. But obviously, Will Smith went up and slapped Chris Rock after the joke because he did not like it. And I think that enforces a new code in society that if you don't like a joke, if you don't think it's funny, you can go up and attack the person. That is the new thing that was enforced with that. And I think in this way, NASCAR is kind of doubling down, kind of enforcing this within their own company. And then the second thing is the situation with Fox, as Family Guy is a Fox show, and obviously NASCAR has been a part of the Fox Sports family for 2 decades. And what you have to understand about Family Guy is it's a comedy. It's a politically incorrect show that makes fun of a lot of different ethnicities, groups of people, as we've even seen that with NASCAR. There was a clip from Family Guy about the stereotypes of NASCAR and being a redneck, as I'll play those clips right here.
That'd be sweet. The only souvenir I ever got was at that stock car race. All right, I got the guy. Go in a circle. Advertise stuff. Go in a circle.
The fact that NASCAR took Family Guy seriously is something for another day. And finally, this just further makes the top of NASCAR look horrible, as if you guys do not know, NASCAR is owned by the France family, who has mostly put forth a dictatorship-style authority over people in the industry. As we have seen that with Denny Hamlin, in fact, when he spoke out about the Generation 6 car, said it was a work in progress, NASCAR decided to fine him for making that statement. And then obviously you had the whole situation where NASCAR allegedly canceled the Speed Channel show because of the opinions that were supposedly anti-NASCAR. They completely canceled that show. NASCAR has a reputation of being a conformist style sport. If you don't like what NASCAR's doing, then they could fire you, they could fine you, and that is not a good look for a sport, for a series that is trying to get more personality out of their drivers. We've heard for so long about how drivers do not have personality, they don't want to speak their opinions. Yet you have situations like this where you're going to require one of your top drivers to go through sensitivity training over a joke. So honestly, I would not be surprised if going forward, more people in this sport, decide to zip it. They decide to stay shut on social media and in public because they're worried that NASCAR is going to fine them, get them through sensitivity training, or even worse, if they speak out against the series or if they post a joke that is quote-unquote offensive. I know this is a bit of an abnormal video to put out, but it needs to be said because a NASCAR that fines people, gets them through sensitivity training, that's going to crack down on the people in this sport. That is a much worse NASCAR than one that completely dies off. And I want to make that clear. I think more people need to be skeptical of things like this because you never know when it could be you. And this not only relates to NASCAR, but in general. So just wanted to get that out there. And that's pretty much it. So anyways, guys and gals, this is Nathan for Enter Productions signing out. And just remember, life's a beach and then you drive.